Well, hello there, everybody. It is Different the Singer here, and today I come to you with a melody that I wrote for a pop song that I wrote for a pop song, and I changed it into an EDM version of the song, specifically just the chorus. So, without further ado, I'm going to show you my digital audio workstation, FL Studio, and kind of just give you a brief overview of what I did to achieve this sound. Hey guys, so I'm in FL Studio now, and as you can see, I have the master file where it says Hollywood Master Track 3. That's what you heard from the beginning. That's the master file. So I do want to go into the details and show you what I did to achieve the sound with the certain plugins that I used. And I do want to start with the lead, and on the lead, I actually used Serum plugin. And before I use the Serum plugin, I just simply put the melody into the piano roll. So let's jump into Serum. Okay, so in Serum, as you'll see, I use a bunch of different things. So with the sub oscillator, I have a sine wave there with unison voices, detuned and blended all the way through. So you'll see that even with the triangle waves there, same thing, detuned, and also the unison voices. Also, I added some noise in there, and I put all the oscillators. I put all of them to filter one, and I used the envelope and the LFO1 as the modulators, so I modulated the cutoff frequency for them all. I also used an arpeggiator, so from the melody, I arpeggiated it on an eighth note, but as you can see on the LFO down there, the rate I actually used as a half, and I started it on the quarter note. I also have Portamento as always on there, scaled up to the highest degree. And it's not too much more that I have going on this part of Serum. This project was very straightforward. I just simply needed a big sound that was going to be effective and sound really good. So, as you can see in the mix knob, I had to turn some stuff down so that it wasn't clipping the main audio output. In the FX channel, I literally just used one FX here called Hyper, which gave it the sound a lot of texture and a lot of character. As you can see, we added more unison there, and turned up the mix knob, and the size is at um, a decent size there. As you can see, this is the matrix. Very basic stuff here. Didn't do anything complicated or anything. Well, not complicated, but you know what I mean. Like it's just like super straightforward. No, um, I didn't turn any inversions on. That type of stuff. Okay, so that's pretty much Serum, and that's that big lead sound that you hear. Um, and of course, other than that, you hear the drums. So I literally built out the drums. Um, Okay, so now we're in the drums, and as you can see, I used a kick, snare, clap, and a hat. For the kicks, I pretty much left the velocity all the same, except for like the three ghost notes in there that I put in there. As you can see, they're lower. The snare, same thing. The velocity pretty much was the same all the way through, and so as the claps. But for the hats, we did like an alternation of the velocities to get a nice effect in there. So here I have my mixer. So for the first track, my lead, what I did was threw the fruity limiter on there. I side chained it to my kick. So as you can see there, side chained to this track. I side chained it. I turned the ratio up. I turned the threshold down. And then I also used the attack knob, which you see in the envelope section, just so that the side chaining is not as harsh. So for the drums, I have a drum bus there. So for all the drums, they're being sent to the drum bus. For all the drums, the kicks, claps, snares, I used the Transient Designer by Universal Audio in order to give it more transient on the attack and the sustain, and either turning down, keeping the same, or turning up, I presume. I don't know if I turned it up, but the output gain. So you see, I literally did this with all of the drum tracks, giving it that punch and character sound to cut through the mix, of course. Um, However, for the kick, I actually use a compressor, the DBX 160, and I turned the voltage up on there, as you can see, to the 1,000. But I kept the compression the same there, the 4-to-1 ratio, or I think it was about 4-to-1. However, on the drum bus, I used the VBC rack. And same thing here. It's just compression. Play with the attack knob to see, if I wanted a faster or a slower attack. It looks like I did a faster release on this one, and on the threshold, yeah, play with those knobs there. And then I used a SLG 4000 or SL 4000G. Same thing here. It's just simple compression, playing with the attack knob and the release knob. Um, and then, so I added some saturation to the drum sounds simply because the drums weren't sounding as cohesive with the song as I needed them to be. They were standing out a little bit too much in comparison to the lead. So I put subtle saturation on here instead of the gentle or the other one that was on there. It was too much saturation, so I just wanted a little subtle saturation so that the drums were sounded glued in with the song, or the instrumental, excuse me. So that was pretty much it for the song. I mean, other than that, I sent the song to my master file in order to give it a more louder and cleaner sound. Excuse me. Okay, so I'm in my master file here, and as you can see, the first thing that I have on the mixer channel is a Pro Q equalizer that I simply left on there from my vocals on like another track, but it actually worked out. So you can see that I hit a low pass filter around 70 hertz on the low end. I boosted up the frequencies around 250 hertz, and also high shelved around 2200 hertz. I used the Child 670 stereo here. I used the left and right channel in order to compress both signals, and was able to get a pretty balanced and compressed sound. So with this compression, I didn't use too much. I didn't go past the 3 on this compression, and I made sure that the knob or the leveler moved back and forth at a pretty nice rate, so that I didn't use too much compression on there. It wasn't static. Then I used the OTT plugin, gave it that character sound, increased the depth all the way up to 100%, and turned down the output gain after all was said and done. I played with the high frequencies, the mids, and the lows just to get that good balanced sound, and to get all that I wanted out of the sound. Here's a limiter here. This is the FabFilter Pro L limiter. So essentially, it's going to put it at the level of streaming platforms because that's what I had it set at, and I didn't have to do anything after that. It's going to literally just make sure that it hits that brick wall and no sound clips past the zero mark. So there you have it. Not too much going on with the project. It was very, very straightforward. I literally did it this morning. So I hope you guys enjoy. And yeah, if you haven't already, please like, subscribe, um, follow on me on different platforms, everything like that. Comment, do it all. Tell me, guys, if you want me to actually build out the entire instrumental for this, or if you want to hear different genres of music, not just EDM. I write pop songs, Different the Singer. I'm a singer, so go check me out on Spotify, Different the Singer, all music platforms, that type of thing. And yeah, thank you guys very much for tuning in. I appreciate it very, very much. Bye for now.